And joining us from LA is Nikki Sixx.
Hey, man. What's happening?
Great to have you on the show. You were born Frank Feranna.
Yeah.
Can you tell us how Nikki Sixx came into the world?
Well, I was born Frank Feranna in 1958. A lot of messaging that I heard when I was a young boy about my dad and about my mom, and I ended up being raised by my grandparents. I kind of carried that with me. When I got into that time in my life where I started to come of age and the hormones and discovering rock and roll, by the time I got to the place where I was like playing in bands, I didn't want to carry my dad's name on with me. So I changed my name to Nikki Sixx legally and said, I'm moving forward. And I did. I got my own family. I got, all kinds of everything Sixx everywhere. I actually did manifest a new life. But in writing the book, I realized it wasn't all true. My dad didn't just walk out on us. There were a lot of discrepancies. And so, in the book, what I enjoyed was I got to learn a lot about my history. It kind of really helped me heal, I guess, in a lot of ways, some of this stuff. And I hope I could pass that on to other people.
Nikki, I can't imagine what it must have been like to think you know who your father was, to learn there were so many things that just weren't true. What were some of the things that really shocked you?
Well, I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I've been 20 years sober. When I was told my whole life that my dad was an alcoholic, and I was an alcoholic, can you imagine? I mean, I'm like, I don't want to carry his name on, but we're the same person. And I come to find out my uncle, Bob, just turned 90 years old, and we went over to Boise, Idaho to have this birthday party for him, and him telling me that he never even saw my dad ever take a drink. And I was like,
I'm just trying to imagine that moment. I mean, clearly so much of your life was based on this image that you had of your father. And then you discover that image was incorrect. So I'm just trying to understand how you cope with that moment. Did you feel lost for any period?
Not lost, but I think you get kind of a thick skin, and you just keep moving through life. So the part that blew me away was these quiet moments talking to family members, and they were like about your dad. Like, my dad was very creative, and my mom was very creative. And for a long time, I didn't know where a lot of this creativity came from. And I've talked to different entertainers over the years. They're like, when I saw blank on Saturday Night Live, or when I saw this person, I felt like I found my tribe. Or like a kid, he gets on the soccer team and he goes, this is what I meant to, be. And I didn't even know that I wanted to be a musician until I got a guitar in my hand. And it was the moment with I was able to literally hit something as simple as that and start reading my journals. And I was like, oh, I found this is what I'm going to do. I can tell stories like this. Yeah. So that was a defining moment too.
Nikki, I just have to say how thrilled I am to be talking to you. I grew up on the dark side as a Bon Jovi fan, and didn't know too much about Motley Crue until an ex-boyfriend who was absolutely obsessed with you, had tattoos of you on his body, introduced me to you, and I find you incredibly inspiring and evolved, and I loved The Dirt, and I can't wait to read this. So I just wanted to say that to you. Thank you so much. As I said, grew up a Bon Jovi fan, but now Motley Crue the whole way.
That's all right. Bon Jovi's got some great songs. When you talk about, what you like, what I appreciate about that, I always try to be very transparent in my work, in my writing, my lyrics. So, a song like Primal Scream is about my mom and dad. And I was reading a book by Arthur Janov, a psychologist, on primal scream therapy. And at the same time, my drummer, Tommy Lee, comes in with this cool riff idea. And it all was like, bam. But I was able to talk about, I think I said time and time being told trash was all I'm worth. I've had thousands of people come up to me and say, dude, thank you for that song. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
And if you're keen to get your hands on the book, The First 21, How I Became Nikki Sixx, hit stores today. And Nikki also has an album, Nikki's 6 a.m. hits. which, yes, there it is, drops this Friday. Nikki, thanks so much for speaking to us.
Thank you so much. Talk to you later. Talk to you next time.
Hey there, thanks for watching. Carrie loves to hear from viewers. Please forward your feedback to Carrie's email, perth/girl/21@hotmail.com. And be sure to subscribe. That wasn't Carrie you heard off screen.